wanted to share today the upward facing dog pose. It is very nice pose to open up the chest, to lengthen the spine, although if you do it incorrectly, you could be injuring your lower back. So it is important to learn this pose, to master it, and also I will give you some tips and tricks how to do this pose correctly, and as well as the options to lower your knees down or to come into cobra pose. So let's start this from the plank. Usually you come into chaturanga dandasana push-up, and then without scooping your shoulders down, untucking the toes, lifting the heart up towards the sky. And so here you want to stack the shoulders over the wrists, spread the fingers wide, the wrists are shoulder width apart. The big toes are touching unless you have lower back issues, and so then maybe your feet are hip width apart. Otherwise, big toes are touching, the knees are off the ground. Lift the kneecaps towards the sky, engage the quad. Squeeze your buttocks muscles, pull the chest forward, press into the palms, coming up into upward dog. A lot of people also will be looking up towards the sky. That is not something you want to do for your neck. Tuck the chin, slightly look forward. So that's a good upward dog pose. And now let's see, troubleshoot a little bit this pose. A lot of people in my classes will come into upward dog looking like this, especially when they get tired. What's happening? You're loading into the shoulders, loading into your wrists, because shoulders are in front of your wrists. Feet are more than hip width apart, and you're loading into your lower back. I can feel it. So what you want to do, if you're tired, maybe the big toes are touching, bend the elbows, shoulders away from the earth, cobra pose. So the knees are on the ground. If you can't come up, you're losing strength in a yoga class, you can't lift your body up, knees off the ground, pulling the chest forward, even here, opening up through shoulders. You're lifting the heart up. So then you release the knees, bend the elbows for cobra pose. It can be also a baby cobra pose. It doesn't have to be a very tall cobra to come into the back bend. And so you want to keep the shoulders over the wrists, knees off the ground. If your knees or the quads are on the floor, then bend the elbows for cobra pose. Some of my students have wrist issues, so that's why you have wrist issues, because the shoulders are in front of the wrists. So try to stack the shoulders over the wrists. Lift the heart. Yes, press into the palms. Do not scrunch up your neck here. Yes, you're always pulling the chest forward, lengthening the lower back, the knees off the ground. And on your exhales, from the core, roll over the toes, downward dog. And we already covered downward dog in my previous video. If you want to review the tips and tricks about downward dog, go to my previous video. I hope this helps.